All right, boys, it's here. We are out of the dog days of international football. Everyone's back in England. We are ready to go. It is Premier League football weekend. Boys, are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Everybody's club's intact. Nothing crazy's happened for their club over the international break or anything like that. Everything's good.
Not mine. What about yours?
Yeah.
Good?
We're chilling. I don't think we had any injuries. I
Yeah.
mean, Rodri tried to kill Odegaard, but I think we're good. Sean,
Sean?
If I speak, I will be in trouble.
this is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight, that is Brad up top with me. He supports Chelsea Football Club. Down below, that's Sean. He supports Tottenham Hotspurs. Boys, are you? I'm real hyped for this weekend. Like, this is it. No more breaks. We are in the sprint to the finish.
Yes. Like literal sprint to the finish.
Yeah, what's it? This is the final week in March. We got like 9 weeks or something like that of the football season left, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 weeks if you include the Champions League stuff.
Well, this is when last year we decided to play and ensured fourth place.
Insured. Did Tottenham insure fourth place last year, or did the other team who was vying for fourth not? Did they just give it to them?
When you got a will to win, you will others to lose.
What if you have a will to be mediocre?
What if 5th, 6th, 7th is your level?
All right. Before we get into these memes, if you're an avid football follower, you'll catch where we're going with this. But before we do that, we do, as always, want to just touch on the league table. A quick caveat for the two trolls in this podcast. There was no review episode this week where we normally look at the league table, so we have to do it here. So don't come at me and be like, oh, you just want to look at the league table because Arsenal's on top like you guys do every week when we only have 2 episodes, okay? All right? Capiche?
You can just give an abridged version.
Yeah. Super fast because it hasn't changed.
All right.
Yeah.
Premier
2
League
weeks.
table. Still first is Arsenal, 8 points above City in second. United are in fourth. They have 2 games in hand on first place Arsenal, though they're 19 points behind, so they're not catching first. Fourth place is currently Tottenham. They're on 49 points, though fifth place Newcastle are lurking on 47 points. What's up, Brad? Do you have a question?
What position is Man United in? Because you said they were fourth.
Third. They're in third.
The third. Okay, you said fourth, but they're third. Okay, just.
I said fourth place Tottenham.
Sorry.
Let him abridge.
Sorry,
Yeah,
he abridged wrong.
Okay, yeah. Well,
This went a bridge to nowhere.
All right. Do you guys want to start from the top? First place? I don't care. So in fifth is Newcastle. They've got 2 games in hand on fourth place Tottenham. Only 2 points behind. They're coming for that spot. Liverpool are in sixth. They have 42 points. Brighton are in seventh. Eighth is Brentford. Ninth is Fulham. Still vibing. In 10th is still Chelsea. In 11th, kind of on Chelsea's tail, which makes this weekend interesting, is Aston Villa, 38 points as well. So equal points with Chelsea. 12th point is Crystal Palace. Wolves are in 13th on 27. Leeds are on 26 and 14. We got Everton 26, Nottingham Forest 26. Leicester is on 25 points. In the relegation zone, we got West Ham on 24, Bournemouth on 24, and Southampton on 23 in 20th. That is the abridged league table with a interruption from Brad.
What I do?
That's what you do. But to be fair, I may have misspoke. I'm not willing to admit that I did, but it could have possibly transpired. It's a possibility. So that brings us to matches this weekend. So 15 matches take place between Saturday and Wednesday. Our review episodes, our review podcasts come out on Wednesday. So just that's a caveat for next week. All of these games will be played essentially, except for 2, before our next review episode comes out. So let me just run down the list really quickly. So Saturday kicks off. City Liverpool, that's a big one, from the Etihad. Bournemouth Fulham, Leeds Arsenal, Brighton and Brentford. Crystal Palace hosts Leicester. You got Forest Wolves, And then rounding out the week, this Saturday is Chelsea hosting Aston Villa. That is the battle for 10th. Sunday is going to be West Ham and Southampton, Newcastle and Manchester United. So this is a replay of the Carabao Cup final, but this one's from St. James Park. And then on Monday, we've got Everton and Spurs. That's an interesting one that we will everyone earmark Everton Spurs. We're going to come back to that one because we got to talk about that one. Monday, that's Monday. So Tuesday, we've got Bournemouth and Brighton, Leeds, Forest, Leicester, Villa, Chelsea, Liverpool. Man, the hits keep coming for Chelsea. That's another big one. And then on Wednesday, we've got United, Brentford, and West Ham and Newcastle. So those are the 15 matches between now and next Wednesday. We need to start with North London's, and I don't want to say finest. They're like the North London's like sickly little brother.
North London's chaotic twin.
Yeah, so North London's chicken on a ball. We've got Tottenham Hotspurs. So Everton, they have to go up to Goodison Park this weekend. Sean Dyche, it's on a Monday, a cold Monday in Everton. Is that a thing in Liverpool? But really the big news coming out of Tottenham is the most ridiculous manager sacking of all time. Spurs have now parted company with Antonio Conte.
I do take umbrage with that statement.
That is ridiculous?
That is the most ridiculous.
Okay, true. Yeah, the Jose Mourinho was more ridiculous.
Jose Mourinho, just a couple of years ago with the same club, sacked the manager just a few days before a final.
2 days.
2 days before the League Cup final. That was more ridiculous. I apologize. The reason why it's ridiculous is because Antonio Conte would have been good for Spurs. If they had leaned into Antonio Conte and what he was trying to sell, then Spurs could have done something with themselves. But Daniel Levy is undefeated, and
when you own the club and are the general manager, you don't get fired.
That's true.
You can't get rid of Jerry.
That's true.
It's Jerry's world. So this is Levy's world.
So I guess that means is that Stellini is taking over for the rest of the season, Sean?
So what I read, Ryan Mason led training.
Oh, really?
While Conte was gone, but that was before the announcement. That was this past week with the remaining players that were not on international break. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. Ryan Mason probably would have. Conte, I don't know how international breaks normally go, but I'm sure the manager takes at least a couple days off as well, while an assistant runs the remaining players that are still there at a top club.
I would imagine they give the players a couple days off too, but
I'm sure the players get a couple days off as well. But that would have been the first week. This was the second week.
So Ryan Mason's been leading training.
I think it's a combo of the two. I think how they've said it is Ryan Mason will be the assistant, but like it's probably both of them.
But it's probably just continuity of Ryan Mason was there, Stellini's still here, but I think the lead in the dugout on Monday will be Stellini.
So
I hope.
What do you want to see Spurs do here? Like other than obviously like new board, get rid of Daniel Levy, like the obvious things.
The obvious.
Like, who is a type of manager? And I don't necessarily need like names. Brad's a names guy. I don't care about names per se. But like what do you hope to see Tottenham find in their next manager?
Well, that's a broad question that you didn't. You made it even more broad than before. So I was just hoping for Stellini for the rest of the. We had a good run with Stellini.
Yeah.
Clearly, that keeps continuity with Conte.
Yeah.
He's been with Conte for a while. We're already on this. We're already on this path. So finish out the season with that, and we can. If we need to go to a new manager in the off season, then we've got an off season to prepare for that new strategy. That would be my hope, is to stay with Stellini.
Yeah.
Through the end of the season.
I think they're going to do that.
Yeah. But here's a question.
And not Ryan Mason, because Ryan Mason went into, and not his fault, by the way. He had 2 days, but Ryan Mason went into that league final with just was roll our best 11 out and hope for the best, baby.
Question. Are you afraid that this will be the Nuno summer again, where Levy's just debating, then panic pick somebody?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. That's not a historic thing that Tottenham do. Like that is a Chelsea thing to do. That is not something historically Tottenham do. It was a last season thing, so it is a very recent recent memory thing.
Well, I think
So
the question is going to be like, obviously, Levy has.
You guys are hold on.
Levy.
Hold on.
Okay, you go, Brad.
You guys are just as bad about firing managers as we are. 10 managers in 20 years is about the same as Chelsea's. Remember we did that?
10 managers in 20 years is as bad as Chelsea?
It's close, but hey, but Chelsea also
has
a lot more trophies than that.
We can run those numbers, but
okay, so it's 18 months, so it's probably like 15. But we also get a lot more trophies. Like at least we win things. Like
yeah, that's because you put money into the club. You expect the manager to win when you put money into the club.
Yeah.
Tottenham don't put money in the club and still expect the manager to win.
It's because
it's an unrealistic expectation.
It's okay if you win. It's nice if you win.
Tottenham's been putting a lot of money into managers recently. Okay, but to your point, Brad, I think this was going to be my point about Spurs, and we can move on if we want to. But obviously, Levy has high aspirations. Like he feels like Tottenham should be in the Champions League. He feels like Tottenham should be challenging for the for the Premier League. This is what Levy thinks, right? So in his mind, he feels like he needs to have top level managers, the Jose Mourinho's, the Antonio Contes of the world. So like obviously he's gonna call those types of managers. He's gonna call Zinedine Zidane, right? He's gonna call like these other available managers who are out there. But like, are those profile of managers? Do they look at the open Tottenham job and say that's something I want to do? Is the question.
I saw that floated out that Zinedine would be someone that Levy would call. I saw that floated as well.
He wouldn't pick up the phone.
He's not answering that call.
He's not picking up the phone.
Yeah.
Because he looks at how he's going to look at that job and see how they treated Jose and Conte and he doesn't even know who Santos is.
He's gonna
be like, oh no, I saw what they did to them. No, they're gonna do the same thing to me. They're gonna ride sunset with Emerson Royale,
who's hurt now.
I mean, but I personally question whether or not Zidane is actually that good of a manager. He inherited one of the best Real Madrid teams in the world, and then inherited another Real Madrid team. I want to see Zidane prove to me that he can do it, where like he'll have to go implement his own ethos and get his own players and do it the hard way.
He's going to France. Like, let's be real. He's the next French man.
Well,
I think everybody knows.
But the problem is they keep re-upping Deschamps. If they keep re-upping Deschamps, then when is he gonna wait around until after the Euros? Because what happens when France wins the Euros and they re-up Deschamps, right? Like he can't wait around forever. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't think Tottenham is the spot either, though. Like, let's be real.
Agreed.
Like PSG.
Every big manager knows Tottenham is not the spot now. Okay. Now that it's been proven, because it was Pochettino and it was like who big before did we have? I mean, like, let's be honest.
So I think we said this stat: 10 managers won 61 trophies. Outside of Tottenham, they've won 1 with the Spurs.
Yeah.
So like that's an average of 6 trophies per manager, right?
Yeah.
My math is right. So we can't say necessarily they're trash. Now, of course, that's probably skewed because of Conte and because of Jose, but
yeah, well, it is. Yeah, it is skewed because of them, but
I don't think drastically though.
It is a large. Espirito de Santos. Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, they haven't won a lot.
Oh no.
Oh, Pochettino won 3 trophies with PSG.
That's a fair point.
Okay. 2.
You know what? Lottie could win a championship with PSG.
She don't even speak French. She could do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I don't know. I think here. Let me ask you this way, and then we can end here. Do you want to see Spurs continue in the vein with which they have been recently, in terms of like the maybe more defensive minded managers, since like they had Nuno, they had Jose into Nuno into Conte, who were all more defense oriented, and so you guys have been very pragmatic over the last 5 years, let's say. Is that a good characterization of Tottenham? Is that Tottenham's been trying to be very pragmatic about it? Would you like to see maybe throw that to the wind a little bit and, go for like a 4-3-3 type manager and like be more attacking, be more interesting?
I just thought it was I thought it was an odd couple choices in general when you go for that type and then get rid of Jan Vertonghen and Toby Alderweireld, who clearly still had it for a couple more years, and you get rid of those two, and maybe you get rid of them while they still had some value. I can understand that.
Didn't Toby just walk at the end of his contract?
I don't remember
One
the
did.
specifics. I don't remember the specifics. Maybe it was Jan, because I know Jan wanted to go to Portugal because I believe that's where he got his start, and kind of a place to retire. Why not? On the beaches of Lisbon. Why wouldn't you want to? I think that was like a courtesy thing to do. So I'm not, if those were player decisions, I got no issue with it because they did great for us, and I have no problem with that. I have no problem taking care of club legends on their way out, getting them to a city or a place that they want to be. But I do take a little bit of issue with going to a defensive system and then not supporting the defensive system.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do that, why would you not like replace two club legend center backs with future club legend center backs and just spend the money on that like just 2 times and stop just spending $15 million on projects that never work out?
So, do you want a project manager or do you
Yes.
want a proven winner?
Well, I know I'm not answered that, but like I would like the big manager that has a system, but you've got to put the system in.
All
So
right.
I don't mind Jose, just buy for Jose. I don't mind Conte, just buy for Conte.
Okay.
Just if you're gonna get the big one,
Support him.
put his crap in.
So, okay. Everton. Are you guys going to beat Everton?
No,
Okay. All right.
totally not.
Let's look at this Manchester City Liverpool match. So I think a couple interesting aspects about the City Liverpool match. We all know that Liverpool get up for big games. This is a big game for Liverpool. They want to show that they're still they should still be revered, right, in English football. So they're going to get up for it. Now, City may be without Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland had to pull out of the Norway squad. I think he's going to play. Like, don't get it twisted. I think he pulled out for an injury. But Phil Foden apparently had an appendectomy, like 2 days ago or something like that. So if you had an appendectomy 2 days ago, I'm fairly certain you can't play professional football like 5 days later. You might not be.
Maybe.
I know there's healing that needs to take place.
He's not playing.
If you take the
Not
wrong,
necessary. If it's a Champions League final, he's playing.
I don't even know if you're doing that. You could just bleed out.
Hold on. We don't think Jack Grealish is eating Trent alive.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out there that
I'm
Haaland and
gonna
Foden
put
might
that
be
out
out.
there. I think Jack eats Trent alive. Jimmy's gonna disagree with me, but I think that happens.
Okay. Do you don't think Liverpool have a chance even if Foden and
Oh no, I'm not. No, Liverpool definitely do have a chance because, like you said, Liverpool get up for games, and this is a not necessarily a historical rivalry,
but it's a recent rivalry.
But to say that this isn't to say it's not a rivalry, I think is crazy too. So yeah, like a recent rivalry. So like, yes, they're gonna get up. City probably win, but Liverpool I think shows very, 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 very well.
Hey, you need to have more faith in Liverpool, okay?
I said they show very well.
No, we got it. We're all rooting for Liverpool. We're all
We
Reds
all
this
had
weekend.
Liverpool second.
We're all top Reds
So
this
I
weekend.
had Liverpool beating City. Now I want interest. I want City to win so we can have some heat at the top.
Bro, get out of here. You're the
I
worst.
want City to win for some heat at the top. Let's go.
Do you see any? Who do you think? Do you think Liverpool have a shot in this game, Sean?
I'm rooting with Brad because I saw last year what happened. I saw last year what happened when a little bit of heat gets put to that Arsenal club.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about a little bit of heat. Okay.
Some Brighton meltdowns start to happen.
I have a question for you. Do you think there was any pressure on Arsenal after the game after they lost to Manchester City? Hey, do you think there was any? Hold on, no.
There's also
No.
15 games.
No. You don't think there was any pressure where they drop out? They drop out of first, and City overtake them. You don't think that everyone was screaming, "Oh, it's the inevitable. It's the fall." Yeah. Okay. This Arsenal team can deal with pressure. Like, let's not get it twisted. Let's not act like this is the same Arsenal team from last year. So all of this, all of this fragility talk is ridiculous.
All right.
Guess we'll see.
Brad, are you guys even gonna get 55 points this year?
Probably not.
Okay, so I don't want to hear from you. I'm too high up here. You can't talk to me. You can't talk to me.
Wait. Which one of our 3 clubs is still in Europe?
Okay.
Okay.
Which one of our teams won't be in Europe next year?
Yeah, we will. What you mean?
Sean.
Yeah, Sean won't be. There we go. That's the spot. Because
we're going to be in
win
South
anything
America,
still.
baby. You can be in Europe all you want.
All right.
All right. Should we slide on down to Brighton Brentford?
Yeah, let's talk about this Brighton Brentford match. This is like a top half clash between two teams that would love to finish. All right, here's a question: do you think both of these teams would love to finish 7th and get your Conference League?
Yes,
I think so too.
I think any of these clubs want
the teams that don't
snip of it.
The teams that don't want Conference League are Tottenham, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Those are the 3 teams that don't want Conference League. Okay.
No. We don't want that smoke if we're not getting the millions of dollars.
Yeah,
it's a waste of our time.
Europa League.
That smoke.
Europa League isn't a waste. Europa League isn't a waste of time because you can get Champions League football. It's another cool route to qualify for Champions League.
Yeah,
but
Europa's fine.
Conference League is not. It's not the play.
It's not the play.
Yeah.
It's not built for any of our clubs to be in it, anyways.
I don't even think. Ask West Ham if they want it.
I think
because they're still in it.
I think West Ham
I don't
wants
think
it.
they want. I don't think they want. They want it right now.
They would take it.
They want Conference League. They want that Europa spot.
They didn't want it in August.
So both these teams are on 42 points, 7th and 8th position respectively. Now Brighton have 2 games in hand over Brentford, but this is 2 teams that are well positioned to tussle here. Both very well coached.
Hold on, Brighton has 3 games in hand on Tottenham.
Correct. Yes.
So if they win this,
if they win out, they go above Tottenham
by a lot, by 2 points, right?
1 point. Oh no. Yeah, 2 points. 2 points.
45, 48, 51. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points.
They catch up on games. I'm cheering for a Brighton dub.
Okay, so you're just all in on Brighton at this point. You're like,
let's go,
pandemonium.
Yeah.
So you do realize that if Brighton win all their games, then that makes it less likely for Chelsea to climb the table, right? Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I'm cool. I'm cool because we're gonna get a Champions League spot anyway. So I'm cool with Spurs not getting top 4.
So speaking of Chelsea, you guys have Villa this weekend. This is Villa at the weekend, and then Liverpool midweek. So this is the battle for 10th.
Bump Anthony Taylor. Sorry, that's my one. I had to say it. I don't know how he gets this game, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Didn't
on
he
the
have
Chelsea Liverpool match?
Didn't you have that one? Didn't he have the last one?
And I think I said the same thing. No, it wasn't Chelsea Liverpool. It was a different game that he screwed us out of. So it'll be 10 versus 11 in the Chelsea Liverpool game. Or 11 versus 12, I should say.
We've already debunked the theory that you think he gets all the Chelsea games because he just gets all the high-profile games.
True.
Which you happen to be in. So if you would not like to be in high-profile games, keep finishing in 10th.
Fact check. True. Yeah, that's the way you get rid of Anthony Taylor.
Is stop finishing in the top 4, and then you'll get rid of Anthony Taylor. But
anyways, Chelsea Villa is
he adjudicates your games fairly well. Maybe y'all should just stop cheating.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's where we're going.
Just stop cheating.
That's where we're going. Where's Paratici gonna end up?
Jail.
In an
Prison.
Italian jail.
Prison.
for cheating.
But
he wasn't cheating. He wasn't cheating with Tottenham.
He didn't cheat for Tottenham.
We don't know yet.
He's going to an Italian jail. He's not going to He's not going to London Bridge.
He can't cheat with Tottenham because he doesn't have any money to cheat.
Or the Tower, or was it the Tower of London? What's the
there's no books to
Tower
cook.
Prison.
You gotta have some books to be able to cook them. I think Chelsea get the win at Villa.
You think Chelsea beat Villa?
Yeah.
Going to Villa is a difficult place to play. Villa Park is difficult.
They're not going to Villa. They're not going to Villa.
Oh, it's hosting. Okay.
At the Bridge.
At the Bridge. Oh, you have a Bridge. Okay, so you're hosting Villa and Liverpool. Okay. That's not as hard as I thought.
Makes it easier.
Yes, it does make it. No travel. No travel is nice. Okay, so you think Chelsea beat Villa?
Yes.
Now that it's at Stamford Bridge, I agree with you. And so tell me, are you guys going to beat Liverpool?
Yes.
Dude.
Despite Anthony Taylor trying to screw us, yes.
Yeah.
I bet on Tuesday night we will have a conversation for the Wednesday pod that about Anthony Taylor in that game.
So you are pre-calling referee shenanigans.
Yes.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
If you don't I was setting up a joke. If somebody shenanigans, you can't let them, because if once they shenan once, they're gonna shenan again.
That's not quite where I thought you were going with that.
That was wow.
I thought you were.
I'm just going with a dad joke just to get this whatever he's talking about out of here.
There was decency there.
I really thought you were
great.
doing. I really thought you were doing, like, if you don't like, comment, rate, review. Then Anthony Taylor is going to screw Chelsea out of a point. We have to hear Brad cry.
Because then they're not going to do that because they want to see Chelsea get screwed out of a point. I don't know if you know this, but most people that comment on our videos are not Chelsea fans.
It's because there's only about 5 of you guys.
Oh, okay.
All right. So West Ham, Southampton.
Because it feels like half of Chelsea Twitter went to become Bayern Twitter followers.
Yeah, that was weird. That was real
Very
strange.
Weird, right? Like I'm cool with the Tuchel Cam guy because, like, that's his gimmick is like the Tuchel Cam, but like all of Chelsea Twitter, like half of Chelsea Twitter was like, "Oh, we love Thomas Tuchel. Oh, they should have Anthony Barry for nothing."
Brad, do you want me to let you know why? Because all of Chelsea Twitter are teenagers.
I don't know. We're actually young 20-year-olds probably. Most of them are probably in their young 20s.
Says the
you're
mid,
young.
mid
You're in your.
30-year-old.
You're in the mid 20s.
Yeah,
we're all
I was in my mid 20s when
most Chelsea fans
when I picked up Chelsea. So
most Chelsea fans were picking up trophies when they were 7, and they were like, you know what? I like this team because they buy all of my favorite players.
Yeah, I want them to sign Cristiano Ronaldo.
Now
That'll
they're
be a
just
lot
Twitter
of fun.
superstars.
Yeah, I have a very low opinion of Chelsea Football Club. Worth mentioning, we got Crystal Palace hosting Leicester. That's Roy Hodgson. He's he's coming back. Crystal Palace keeps releasing like interviews and pictures of him, and the man looks so old. Let the man retire in peace, please. I'm like, okay, and I don't say this in jest. I don't say this to make light of situations that have happened, but we have seen multiple situations in football recently where people have needed help from doctors and medical staff in the stands, having cardiac arrest. This man is the prime age to have a heart attack. He is older than dirt. and you're going to put him out there in a super hyper stressful situation. Like,
Yeah, this was not the play, but hey.
yo, let the man retire.
Hey, had you ever thought that maybe this isn't hyper stressful for him?
No, I hadn't.
Maybe this is his comfort zone.
Maybe.
Maybe he just vibes on the sideline, man. Maybe fishing is hyper stressful for him, where you can't get the hook on right. He's fishing the same spot for a while, nothing's biting.
He's getting
Maybe
frustrated.
he'd just rather yell at one of his midfielders for a minute.
Just wants to yell at Wilfred
Maybe.
Zaha for not running or something.
Yeah,
Lacey.
yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just seems. I look at him. I'm like, bro, like you don't need it. You don't need to do this. Like
No.
like
How much do you think he's getting paid to come out?
I would imagine not that much.
No, it's pallet. Like I would imagine he's probably getting 2 to 3, right?
You think he's getting like $2 million for the last 4 months of the season?
Oh no. I'm prorated then, like whatever that is.
Yeah,
2 million per year, prorated to the last 4. Whatever that is.
I could see him getting $2 million for these last like 2 months.
Yeah.
I was thinking $2 million for the next year. Is he only through the end of the season?
He's only here for the end of the season.
Oh, this is like a $300,000 contract.
No, it's more than that. It's got to be more than that.
Maybe a game.
Oh, Brad, you sound like a robot.
Maybe a game.
You still
Better?
sound no.
Worst.
I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened.
Just stop talking. Brad's done. Brad, we're not listening to Brad on the podcast anymore.
All right. So,
All right.
but anyways, that was all this week's.
Yeah, let's get out.
That was all this week's episodes.
Oh, he's just gone. The other honorable mentions is the Newcastle-Manchester United match. That's a rematch of the Carabao Cup final. Joel, I'll be interested to hear from you about what you think is gonna go down there.
Is it better?
No. And then just stop. We're gonna get out. So yeah, that's what we got. If we didn't talk about your game, we apologize. But let us know in the comments why we should have talked about it. Let us know which matches you'll be watching this weekend, all that. Check back next week. We'll have back to our regularly scheduled programming. We'll have review, news, and a preview next week. As always, you can hit us up on Twitter. That guy who is the robot is at KSBradG down below, and that's at Whiteheart_Sean. I'm at James Tiffany. Collectively, we are at redcard_radio. Like, comment, review, 5-star, all those things mean the world to us. We appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you guys next week. Enjoy some football this weekend. Enjoy it. Have a good one.